you're having, the people you're bringing in, and bridging these things together opens up the ideas for us to create these technologies that really do build community, that aren't built for an economic purpose to start, but for the purpose of truly evolving us to a more core nature of what it means to be a human being. Am I off the bar on this?
You're completely right. I think about it a lot. I find myself basically trying to articulate the value of values.
That's absurd, Mike.
Well, it's like, we're at a point where, British psychiatrist Ian McGilchrist, right, talks a lot about the attention of the left hemisphere as being focused on, goal-seeking instrumental concern, and the right hemisphere as being more qualitative and pattern matching and not orienting oneself along a vector, but seeing the world as living mystery. I just wrote a great piece for this for Anna Gerber's website, Hurry Up, We're Dreaming, that'll be out soon, about sacred data and how we can't really separate the human search for meaning from our engineering products and like projects through history. And so like, but at the same time, McGilchrist makes this point that as a society ages, it tends to double down again and again on the narrow optimization of left hemispheric thinking, and as such makes itself increasingly brittle to things that lie outside of that strategic function.
Which is almost everything.
Yeah,
Because
which
as that becomes
yeah.
more narrow over time, you become a feedback loop system of just that one thing. And then the rules or the principles of nature around it, they don't align with what is occurring. And then this specialization within society and the technology it uses becomes weak. And we see this in genetics. When
Mhm.
you overbreed speciality, you inbreed weakness. Okay. We've seen that. You can see it with specific types of dogs and eye colors, or you see it with human beings with inbreeding of the sort.
We have dysplasia as a society.
So these things are occurring, and the attention, and here, this is a difficult challenge for human beings, is that if you don't always optimize into that single strategy, you're constantly faced with things that are novel. So it's hard to uh, reformat into yourself that the process which you're taking by going about everything in a multidimensional aspect is still giving you the same amount of growth. It's just dispersed evenly rather
Mhm.
than hyper focusing, because it's hard for people to catalog, are we actually growing? But it's easy to see it when you've isolated a very specific system, albeit a weak system. And then you can say, look how well we're doing. But in reality, 99% of all the things that allow you to tick and exist have been completely ignored.